Welcome to Mediocre Gaming, and today we're playing Destiny 2. Well, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and salutations. Today, Forsaken. What do we do about it? Let's get to it. So the Iron Banner is over, or nearly over, and now what do? Well, you can get ready for the new DLC, and what do we do in order to get ready? Alright, so you've got your weapons. Make sure that you have your element locked on the ones that you use. If you don't have ones that you use regularly, you're going to want to put those in the vault. Exotics, make sure that you keep those at least one of each type, even if you don't use them right now. Now, the thing about the weapons is that the most likely scenario with weapons is that as soon as Forsaken comes out, as soon as you get a weapon with a decent roll on it, you're going to dump your old Year 1 weapon, because the most likely scenario is that the Year 2 weapons are going to have 4 weapon perk slots, and Year 1 weapons are going to have 3. So you have your 3 scope or barrel options, you have 2 mag options, and then 1 single weapon perk versus 2 weapon perks on Year 2. Now what about armor? Same thing with armor. Make sure that you have mods on your armor. Keep your exotic armor, or I should say at least one type of each exotic armor. Make sure your armor is modded. Now the weapons and possibly the armor could be losing their +5 mods. You'll still keep the mod, but you'll lose that +5 in Year 2. Weapons that you're not sure about and you just want to keep around just in case, put them in the vault. Keep them there until at least the 28th, when the weapon update shows up. Once the Forsaken comes out, then all the changes will be present or should be present, and then you can decide then whether to pull them out and use them or break them down. And once the 28th rolls around, there should be new changes to the way the weapons work in the Crucible and Time to Kill. Now, what else can you do? Or should you do? Now, all of the planets are going to be losing their tokens and blue resources. There will only be the green resources. So if you have tokens and if you have resources, I would keep them. Other than Ikora tokens you'll want to use before the 28th. All the other ones you can keep and you can use once the Forsaken drops. Now make sure that you have a ghost shell that can see or detect caches and or resources on certain planets. And when you go to that planet, that way you'll know when there is a resource or a cache nearby. Go to planets and pick up as many tokens and resources as you can. The tokens you'll be able to turn into the vendors still after Forsaken drops. You just won't be able to earn more. Same thing with the blue resources. The green resources are going to be very important in Forsaken, both for reputation and for armor upgrades. So make sure that you have lots of green resources. And you'll have to kind of throttle yourself. Don't turn them all in at once. You'll want to keep some in reserve so that you can have some for armor upgrades. Gunsmith materials and gunsmith telemetry you want to keep as much as you can. And now, of course, the mod system is changing. So what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to take all your blue mods and turn them into purple mods. Use whatever you can on your weapons and armors, especially the ones that you use. And then by the 28th, you're going to want to break all those down and get the mod components out of them, because it does sound like you will still be able to use the gunsmith to buy weapon mods or the new mods once the Forsaken comes out. So in summary, make sure your weapons and your armor are upgraded to the highest level. If you have not finished your Solstice armor, make sure to do that before the 28th. If you have Ikora tokens, use those up before the 28th. And make sure that your mods are upgraded to purple and that they are on the respective armor and weapons that you want to use them on.
What a nice land.
And I recommend
All alone out here.
breaking them down. You can wait until the 28th and then you'll have to dismantle them then, or it'll be safe to dismantle at that point. Go down to the planets, even if you have nothing else to do, or if you're trying to kill time before the DLC, and get more tokens, get more resources, get more glimmer in preparation for the Forsaken. The tokens and the blue resources you'll still be able to use once the Forsaken comes out. You just won't be able to earn any more. The green resources are going to be very integral in the Forsaken. You'll need to use them for upgrading armor that comes from that planet, and you also need it to increase your reputation at those vendors on that planet. So go down to the planet, do public events, open chests, get resources, do the challenges, do patrols. All those things will get you rewards by giving you tokens. If you have a ghost shell that will detect caches and resources on the planet, make sure to use it. Now the Crucible and the Vanguard tokens are still going to be available, as well as, I imagine, the Iron Banner tokens, raid tokens. Trials of the Nine are not going to be available during Season 4. They will be making a return at some point. So your Trials of the Nine tokens you may want to use, or you might want to keep until they revamp it and bring it back. So that's it. Hope you enjoyed this video. Make sure to ring the bell before you leave to be notified of all future episodes as soon as they go live. And thank you for liking, commenting, and subscribing. And we'll see you next time.